Hi, Luis. How are you? I haven't seen you in a few weeks, so what's going on with you?
Well, I'm actually not feeling that good. It's just something that happened at home.
Was it something in particular, or was it like just the environment that you're in?
Well, to be honest with you, it has to do with something that my dad said.
Did you guys get into an argument?
Um, yeah, it was an argument. And there was a couple of things that he said where like it really affected me, and I'm still thinking about it right now. And I just don't know what to think about it.
Well, tell me what happened. Tell me how the argument started.
Okay, so it all started when I got home from school. It was a really long day at school, so I just went straight to my room and I wanted to just do homework and finish my assignments because I do want to do good in school.
Exactly.
And so I got home, uh, I went straight to my room, I closed the door, I put on headphones, I got out my homework, and everything was all set. I was at my desk, I was studying, nothing much was going on, everything was quiet, and then I hear a knock on the door. And I was like, yeah. And then it was my dad.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me if I could come out real quick so I could do some chores. And then I was all like, oh, yeah, just give me 1 minute. I'm studying right now. And then I heard his tone like get a little bit more,
Like angry.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like confused about it. And then that's when he said, no, you have to come out right now and do this stuff right now. And then I was all like, okay, what do you need me to do? And then he said, oh, well, you need to take out the trash, take out or do the dishes,
Mm-hmm.
clean up the house, and do all these different things that have nothing to do with like what I'm doing right now, and I'm just trying to like do the things that pertain to me.
Right.
And so again, I said, just give me 1 minute, and then he got really really upset, and he started yelling, and then he started saying things that really like got to me.
Mm-hmm. Like,
And
what did he say?
he said some bad stuff. He said that I was useless and that I was good for nothing and that I never like I don't obey him. I don't see him like or I don't respect him as a dad,
Mm.
and that's something that like really got to me. And I'm thinking about it now and it's affecting me. Um, yeah, that's basically it. It was a hard argument and it just really stuck with me.
So basically, the issue that your father had was that not that you didn't agree to do your chores, was the fact that you just didn't do it when he asked you to do it.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you guys had an argument, and I can tell that what he said really had some type of an emotional effect on you. Um, why do you think that what he said stuck with you so heavily?
Um, Maybe because I have low self-esteem or I don't have like that good personality or no relationship with my dad.
Mm.
Um, or it could be something else. It could probably be that I don't know. I don't have like a good like definitive answer as a reason why.
Have you ever thought about why he might have said those things? Like, do you think about if was there like any instance where there was something that you didn't do that would cause him to have that type of reaction?
Um, well, uh, I'm not really sure, but there are instances where like I am like a good son. Like
Mm-hmm.
I do talk to him
Mm-hmm.
to a point where like we have like an okay relationship, but I never really like tell him things. I never really like ask him like if he takes me into consideration or like just have that same communication level.
Do you feel like you were just trying to make excuses for your father, even though you knew that he was wrong, just trying to figure out why he would say those things to you?
Well, at the same time, I'm trying to do my homework and I'm trying to get my things done, but at the same time, I have to, I guess, please my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like want to find an in between, somewhere in between where like I could get my stuff done and I could like have an agreement with my father, and maybe that's it. Where like I just need to find like some sort of balance between the stuff that I do and the stuff that my dad wants me to do.
So I understand that you felt like your dad was being very inconsiderate to what you had going on with you and studying and everything like that. Was there ever an instance where you would think about telling your father how you feel? Because maybe he doesn't know or he's unaware of how what he said made you feel emotionally. Do you think that that could ever be a conversation that you and your father could have?
Well, I guess I could try. Like, it might be hard at first, you know, to get out everything that I have to say.
He's hard to talk to.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And he might not understand, but if I, you know, get a little bit out, maybe he'll understand a bit.
Mm. I feel like regardless of if your father is receptive to what you say and how you feel, you're still addressing the situation. So at the end of the day, even if your father doesn't adhere to what you're saying or how you feel, you still address the situation and you can then move on, so you don't have to be stuck in your feelings about the hurtful things that he said to you, because I can see that they greatly affect you, and I can see that you've been carrying it around on you ever since it happened. So maybe even if your father doesn't receive what you say, you can still feel better because the situation was addressed.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Now I have a question. Could it have been that like I know our relationship isn't that good, but it might not have to do with what happened in the past, but maybe something happened in the past in which like something happened, like I have this weird relationship with my dad, or I guess it really doesn't matter what happens in the past, because what really matters is the present and basically just trying to fix what's going on right now.
So do you feel like because of the relationship between you and your father that there has been something that has gone unnoticed with you, and that could be possibly a reason why he said those things to you?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we just don't have that strong bond that every father and son have. I don't know, maybe we could find like some sort of way to strengthen that bond, probably.
I think so. I think if you and your father have a sit-down talk and come to a mutual understanding about what you want him to do and what he wants you to do, and you guys just lay everything out on the table, then maybe you guys can have a better understanding of each other.
Okay.
And I think that could help.
Okay. And how would I do that? Would I like have to like find some things that we have in common or something?
Not so much of what you have in common, but just so much of what he wants you to do and what you want him, what he would require of you as a son, and what you would want from him as a father. Like if chores are a priority to him, he needs to understand that also your homework is a priority to you too. So maybe if you guys meet in the middle, you guys can talk something out and come up with an agreement between your chores and your homework, then maybe everything will be settled and you guys don't have to have that argument anymore.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Okay, well, yeah, that's basically it that's going on with my dad. Other than that, I just hope, like, this stress that's going on with my dad could help me feel a little bit more better about, maybe myself, but yeah, those things that he said, like, really did impact me, you know?
Yeah, just try it. Just try to sit down and have a talk with them, and then hopefully next session when we come in, there can be some difference between the interaction between you and your father.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. That's